Here's an AMI This Week shortcut with Beth Deer.
We can thrive, be successful, be powerful, and be independent whilst also having a disability.
Shannon Crossland was born with a difference, with a disability. The 24-year-old from Leeds, England, was born with a condition known as ectrodactyly. And it wasn't until January last year that she finally learned to accept her body and greet the world with confidence. Hi Shannon, thanks for joining us. Do you want to start by telling us a little bit about your limb difference?
I was born with a congenital limb difference, which is genetic, so it couldn't have been helped. And basically what it meant was I was born with one finger on each hand and two toes on each feet. And I didn't want to draw unnecessary attention to myself where I could help it. So I would sit on my hands in class. I would only put my hand up, like if I needed the toilet and I was desperate and I had no other choice. I later went on to have some surgeries as a baby to transfer a toe from each of my feet onto my hands. So it would create my little thumb. So I could pick things up, sort of just to make things easy for me, so I could use a knife and fork and things like that.
Eventually, Shannon decided she was wasting her life worrying about what other people thought of her and decided to speak out about her disability and limb difference in the hopes of helping other people deal with their personal challenges.
Common misconception about having a disability is that we live a very unfortunate life, and that's just not the case. It's not something that is a bad thing, it's not a burden, and it doesn't need to be fixed.
In January of 2019, Shannon started posting videos and personalised messages on her Instagram page, and an audience began to follow.
I created my Instagram as a way to post pictures of my progress and, if I managed to go out wearing shorts one day. From there, it sort of spiralled and I just met people from all over the world who also have limb differences, who were also on self-love journeys, who maybe weren't on self-love journeys yet, but by seeing other people post about it, it was encouraging them to do the same thing.
Shannon, what reaction have you received from people over social media?
I have people in the 40s who message me to say, I've hated who I am for so long. I've stumbled across your Instagram, and for the first time today, I've gone out wearing a short sleeve top. And it's like, how has my Instagram changed that person's life who lives, 2 hours away on a plane? It's just crazy to think that I can have that impact on somebody just from posting a few videos and a few posts on my phone about my real life experience.
Today, Shannon has almost 13,000 Instagram followers and is an ambassador for the I Am Possible Foundation.
Basically what we're aiming to do is to raise as much awareness as possible about limb difference, because it's quite apparent that there's not enough representation out there, which is one of the main reasons why a lot of people struggle growing up with body image, because they don't see themselves represented in social media and things like that. So we're hoping to create a really big platform for people to come to and find people who represent them, who look like them, who have been through similar experiences to them.
Can you tell us what's next for the foundation?
We've recently created the Parent Hub, which is on the I Am Possible website. And it's basically where parents can go to and submit any questions that they've got, or if they're looking for any particular support because they've got a child with a limb difference and they're feeling a bit overwhelmed, or they've got questions that they're wanting answers to. I feel like a problem shared is a problem halved, and if you've got someone else to speak to who has been through the same thing, it makes you feel less alone. And I think that's the key thing, is making people feel like they're not alone and that there is a community of people out there who have been through the same thing, who are going through the same thing or something very similar,